Can't remember the words, can I? I don't know. I forgot I did. Sure. Let's try again. What's the first? See? Blackie practice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Use that.
We're still waiting for them all to arrive. We're still waiting for everyone to arrive. No, we're not. We're still waiting for everyone to arrive tonight. We move like caged tigers, but we couldn't get close than this. The way we walk, the way we stalk, the way we talk, the way we kiss. So we slip in the streets while everyone sleeps, get bigger, sneak around wide and right. We fight, scratch and scream all night. Let's go and throw all the songs we know into the sea. You and me, all the years that no one heard. I show you in spring, it's a treacherous thing. It's the love that counts. Oh, love counts. So wonderfully, 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 wonderfully pretty. Oh, you know that I'd do anything for you. To have each other for dinner, oh, to have each other with cream. Cut about a fire and sleep for a while. It's the grooviest thing, it's perfect dream. And into the sea, you and me, all the years that no one heard. I'll show you in spring, it's treacherous thing. It's the love kiss. Oh, love kiss. So wonderfully, 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 wonderfully pretty, wonderfully, wonderfully. You know that I'd do anything for you. To have each other for dinner, to have each other with cream, to cut about fire and sleep for a while. It's the grooviest thing, it's perfect dream. And into the sea, you and me, all the years that no one heard. I'll show you in spring, it's treacherous thing. It's the love cats. Love cats. Okay, maybe that's enough of that. Maybe that's enough of that. Tonight's episode of Cocktails with Tiki King is brought to you by a thoroughly unbelievable and regionally indistinct UK accent. So here we are. I'd like to start. Coming to you from BBC East, we bring you this news just in. The wreck of the Otter was discovered in a ravine south of Northampton. Charred body pulled from Mini Cooper, which was a 2.0-litre four-cylinder mini twin-power turbo engine for those who keep it brought home. Discoverers were horrified to find a trembling arm still clutching a bottle of Pimm's original #1. Unsure of what to make of this, they took to the internet and finding the Tiki King cocktail database, settled upon the recipe for the Pimm's cup, which we bring you tonight. A bit of a backstory. Pimm, farmer's son from Kent, became the owner of an oyster bar in the city of London, near the Bank of England. He offered the tonic, a gin-based drink containing secret mixture of herbs and liqueurs as an aid to digestion, serving up a small tankard known as a #1 cup, hence its subsequent name. In 1851, Pimm's #2 cup and Pimm's #3 cup were introduced. Pimm's became a large-scale production, and in 1851, to keep up with sales at other bars, the distiller began selling it commercially. In 1959, using hawkers on bicycles. In 1865, Pimm sold the business and the right to use his name to Frederick Sawyer. Crikey. Pimm sold the business and the right to use his name to Frederick Sawyer. In 1880, the business was acquired by the future Lord Mayor London, Horatio Davies, and the chain of Pimm's oyster houses was franchised in 1887. Over the years, Pimm's extended their range using other spirits as bases for their new cups. After World War II, Pimm's #4 cup was invented, followed by Pimm's #5 cup and Pimm's #6 cup in the 1960s. The brand fell on hard times in the 1970s and 1980s. The Oyster House chain was sold, and Pimm's Cup products numbers 2 and 5 were phased out due to reduced demand. And in 1970, after the new owners of the distilleries company had taken control, the distillers company was subsequently purchased by Guinness plc in 1986. And Pimm's became part of Diageo and Guinness, and the Grand Metropolitan merged in 1997. In 2005, Pimm's introduced Pimm's Winter Cup, which consists of Pimm's No. 3 Cup, a brandy-based variant, infused with spices and orange peel. We'd like to pause for a moment to encourage you all to share this program with people who you feel could be educated in the ways of cocktail finery. With that being said, as I've said, tonight we're bringing you the Pimm's Cup. Why? Because we happen to have a bottle of Pimm's No. 1 original liqueur right here in hand. Already told you the history, so I suppose we can dispense with the pleasantries and move right into drinking. So the Pimm's Cup, there are several variants. The one we're going to make tonight, see, I'm losing my acceleration. I'll just abandon the whole thing. Okay, so Pimm's. Pimm's, why not? You know, why Pimm's? Because honestly, producer Maggie said, hey, have some Pimm's, you want some? And I said, yeah, I want some. But she meant for future use, not to chug down, so she brought a second bottle, which is one we're going to use tonight. So Pimm's Cup, what is it? I'm going to tell you, be patient, but I'm going to tell you something else. So Pimm's, the first time I ever had a Pimm's Cup was in San Francisco, circa 1991. My friend Tim Slagle was at his house, a very good friend of mine back in the day who also was one of my Scotch drinking partners, because everyone else said Scotch, it tastes nasty. It's like burnt tires mixed with other burnt tires that were worn down more than the first ones. Yeah, so we would drink Scotch together, and one day he said, hey, you should go over, we're going to make Pimm's Cups. And I said, what does that even mean? And he said, it's stuff, and it's like, and there's fruit and water and cucumbers. I said, that's madness. I can get behind that. I can do that. So went over there, mixed up a Pimm's Cup, sat on the porch, blazing sun, drinking Pimm's Cups. It was a glorious thing. And so, obviously, producer Maggie handed me a bottle of Pimm's. I said, well, Pimm's Cups. So the Pimm's Cup, what is it? There's a few different things. If you look on the back of the bottle, as I am looking towards you at my reflection in the computer, which isn't a reflection at all, fill a tall glass halfway with ice, add 1.5 ounces of Pimm's, top off with ginger ale or lemon lime soda, garnish with a slice of lemon. Okay, that's fine. Is it complicated enough? I think not. I don't think it is. I think we need to up the ante. I think we need to make a beverage that has been made before by a whole bunch of other people, but that has more stuff in it, because we like more stuff sometimes. So Pimm's, there's a whole bunch of different ones. As I was talking about earlier, there's Pimm's number 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a blackberry flavored, strawberry flavored, elderflower flavored, from which I've been told stay away. Kurt, you had some. Oh, by the way, so we got two live Boozeketeers here. Turk is here. He was the surprising Turk from last week's episode. You stay where you are.
Yes.
And producer Maggie is over there. She's on her phone. She's on the internet, like looking stuff up, talking to her friends. Are you watching this? Can you believe this crap? It's terrible. So where was I? Oh, elderflower. Yeah, not good. Unless you like it. If you like elderflower, I suppose it's good. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna make a Pimm's Cup, I would say go with Pimm's number 1 original, or as they say in Italy, originale. Yeah. Yeah, I'm multilingual, which means I have many tongues. So we're going to go with what they sometimes call the Pimm's Fruit Cup, if they don't know what they're talking about, or the Pimm's Punch, which has nothing to do with what we're doing at all, but is a name that you can use for another drink that's made for Pimm's. So I suppose that's part right, because they got the name, they got the Pimm's part. So what is it? It's Pimm's. It's gin. We like gin. We're not going to fight tonight, though. Yeah, maybe later. It's a bunch of fruit. Hey, look, I happen to have fruit with me. Wait, is that the picture? We'll lean it up a little bit so they can get the full effect. We have sliced lemons, sliced limes, sliced orange, sliced strawberries, non-spanked mint. We'll get to that later. We have cucumber slices. Delicious. we have ice, we have Pimm's, we have gin, we have lemonade, we have soda water. This is the stuff that makes the stuff we're going to drink. So why don't we get to it? Maybe. Is there something else I should do? No? Should I start? Should I make a drink? We'll start drinking. And then do other stuff. That's always a, that's, you know, who am I kidding? We were drinking long before we started the show. So it's, oh, hey, maybe we should have a drink. Yes. Already. Before. Then. Alrighty, so. So we're going to start. Here's the thing. We're going to start with 1 part Pimm's. If I can find my where's my jigger? Is there a seal? Is there? Did I even? It's up on the.
No, it's fine.
Behind the thing. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Where are you? What are you looking at? Jesus, no shakers. Tonight we will not shake.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Except when we're sprayed by the Schweppes. It's Schweppescence. So here's the deal. So Pimm's. So there's some variables, and we're gonna vary 8 from those variables. Excuse me. So we're gonna put 1 part fine Pimm's liqueur. Bang! Right there. That's Kurt. That's Turks right there.
Yes.
And now this part, this is where things get optional. Now, Pimm's, for those of you who do not know and want to be in the know, so that next time I say those in the know, you are you, and you know I'm talking about you. So Pimm's is gin based. Put that back on so it makes stuff noise. So Pimm's is gin infused with all sorts of stuff, right? And gin is booze infused with all sorts of stuff, but different stuff because they start with the gin that's already got stuff in it and put other stuff, more stuff in it. So, but here's the thing. Here's the sad part. We're making a drink, right? This 25%, right? So we're looking at 50 proof. So this is like, you know, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with that 50%, 50 proof. But what I do have not a problem with, but something I want to do, I'm going to share with you that we're going to augment it with more gin. Because how can you go wrong? How could that possibly? We're going to drink more gin. How could that go wrong?
It's never gone wrong before.
I know. That's the thing. Tonight we're using Do Good Distilleries Fine Tiki Gin. They don't have a motto. Who am I kidding? They will. Trust me. They start sending me cases of gin. They will have a motto. I'll stink it up for them. You guys are watching. That's right. I'll stink up your motto. That's right. I'll tell your mom about TV commercials. So we got the 2 parts. We got the 1 part, which we're basically just augmenting the proofage. Yeah, pumping up the drink. All right, so we got that in there. We should probably stir it because you're supposed to do that sort of thing. Apparently, that's what to stir with. Just my good intentions, I suppose. I should have a straw. Gonna stir that up there. Stirring, 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 stirring. Okay. Then, to this fine mixture, we're going to add 2 parts lemonade. Now, if you're in the UK, where I was previously from in the episode, when they say lemonade, often what they actually mean is like like 7-Up or Sprite or something. It's a lemon lime bubbly drink, or they may just mean lemonade with seltzer water. Hard to say. So seltzer water, not easy to say. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're putting in actual just lemonade. And then we have a bottle of very shaken seltzer water because I kicked it off the back of the bar, so we're gonna see what happens here because this could be exciting. We're gonna let off slowly, kind of like when I make tacos. Never mind. So that's low sodium. Do you guys like sodium? I like sodium, especially sodium. You like mix some sodium and water, violent reaction. I'm talking about the metal kids. Don't try and just put salt in water and throw it in the back of a dumpster. No. You need to get actual metal sodium. Don't use more than like a little, like the size of a piece of popcorn in one of these bottles. I didn't tell you that. It's almost, oh, good God. This is the part, we could have a whole show about this. No? Okay. All right. So, bubbly water. Here's the lemonade. We're not going to fill it all the way, but we're going to pretend we did. Because, But before we do that, did I tell you people to share this program? Share this program. Share my program with everyone you know right now, or they won't know. So into this, so we got our stuff in there. We're going to put in some orange for each of us, because I don't choose things. Putting in some strawberries, because that's fruit. Apparently. Put in some lemon. So recently I was out and about, and some lime. I don't know if that's kosher, putting the lime juice in there. I'm gonna do it though. I don't know, do Jews drink Pimm's cups? I get a rabbi in here, get a ruling on whether or not that's kosher. I'm gonna put 2 wheels of cucumber per drink, because I'm generous that way. You know what? I like you guys. I'm gonna go 3. Yeah. I know. And then spanked mint. Because we can't spank your mint. We can't use spank. Well, there we go. I guess that's all there is to it. Now we're gonna have people stir it up again. Didn't I do that already? Oh, with the fruit now. Yeah. I'll have to garnish this thing. You don't want to muddle it. You don't want to be one of those muddling kids. I'd have had a Pimm's cup if it weren't for you muddling kids. Wait a minute. That's not Tiki King. It's old Farmer McGrew. That's right. And I would have gotten away with it. I would have gotten some wherewithal. They sold it by the pint. All right, well, I'll hand that out to you, because I'm afraid to drink it. All right, there you go. The Turk.
Afraid?
I'm afraid to only drink one. Jesus, you're spilling all over the place.
That's my way.
Turk is spilling. He spilled that which we adore. Well, hey, cheers to you, Boozeketeers. If you guys are mixing along at home, I hope that you followed along at home with the mixing. And now the drinking. Let's see what happens. Might change.
See if it's any good.
Let it not be known that I do not chug my drink. That's refreshing.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Pimm's cup. You're like, it's snowing outside. And I have to walk out in the snow to get Pimm's. But, if it's snowing outside, I would have to recommend that you go with the summer Pimm's cup, which involves ginger. No? Winter. Summer, we are summer. This summer, we're doing, so wait, take 2. If you were going for the summer Pimm's cup, I would recommend doing exactly what you just did if you did it. If you weren't, if it's wintertime and we're cold and Santa is blowing down the chimney or whatever he does, I would recommend that the weather outside is frightful, but the Pimm's delightful. Go with a Pimm's number 3 and mix it with ginger ale and maybe or ginger beer. You could go a step further. You could go straight down the hole. Ginger beer, because it's got alcohol in it to begin with. You double those up and add a shot of gin. Your mammy's going to be writing home about you, which won't be far because you'll be in her house. So while we sip our delectable, while we sip our delectable drinks, we're going to talk about some things just between you and me and Turk and Maggie and Danny, and CJ. And Deanne. The other Boozeketeers, everyone out here. So one thing, so Pimm's cup. So last week, where were we? Where you guys were there? Some of you, we were out adventuring. We went to places and met people and did things, and we brought back tiki mugs, and it was a fantastic thing. We went all over the entire portion of the southern part of the state. We went down to Newport Beach. We went out to Laguna Beach. We went to Damon's. We went to Lano. We went to Aloha Royal. We went to all these places. It was great. But I'll tell you, and everywhere we went that they had a tiki mug, we bought a tiki mug, and the bartenders were buying us drinks, and the patrons were buying each other drinks, and the bar was making drinks, and it was all a whole big drink fest. But one of the places we went to, so we went to this gem by the sea, a gem by the sea. We went to a gem by the sea, out on the seaside, down near the beach. Was it Laguna Beach? No, Newport.
Newport.
Somewhere, which we were almost waylaid by the fact that
Crystal
there was a Crystal Cove. Yes, we went to Crystal Cove where there was a choice that we had to make between two tunnels. One inviting, covered in paintings by little children, and the other reeking of death. So there's a picture of me in the tunnel reeking of death because I had to, get out of there. But I didn't anyway. There was a balloon. So we went there, and we went to Crystal Cove, and this great little place, the Beachcomber Cafe, the bootlegger bar at the Beachcomber Cafe. We went there for the martini flag raising ceremony, which was it was like heart wrenching. It was, I mean, and this is not just the booze talking. It might be just me drink more. It was quite a thing. It was like you'd think, oh, what does that mean? They raised the flag? Yeah. So anyway, we were there, and one of the things they had, we bought a big bubbly drink. I put it on my Facebook page. It's like this cauldron of boozy goodness. But they had the Pimm's Cup. Pimm's Cup. Producer Maggie said, they have Pimm's Cup. I said, you should get a Pimm's Cup. She said, I'm going to get a Pimm's Cup. I said, you should get a Pimm's Cup. She said, maybe I will. I said, maybe you should. She said, maybe I will. I said, maybe you should. Then she called a friend, you should get the Pimm's Cup. I'm like, I told you you should get the Pimm's Cup. She said, I'm just making sure, okay? And I said, maybe you should spend less time making sure and drink more Pimm's Cups. But anyway, it all turned out okay. Because we got the Pimm's Cup, we drank a few other drinks, had some truffle fries. They were truffle parmesan, garlic, good. And then they did the flag raising ceremony again. And I almost cried because I couldn't believe they just ran a flag up. I thought it was good. It was good. It was a lot of fun. And I gave them tikis and they danced about the place. So anyway, so we had Pimm's Cups there. It was a good time. And now we're back here. We went to Disneyland. I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But there's another thing. This is kind of a public service announcement. I've noticed that not all of you are members of the Tiki King Paradise Club. And while it is not required, as per the contract, if you use the terms of usage on my webpage in a legally binding sense, you might want to join up because here's the thing, right? You go on there, people go, $35, why would I pay you $35? Because you get like $40 worth of stuff, and it's a really good deal. You get $40 worth of stuff. You get so for $35, you subscribe, it's for a year. And you get a necklace, you get like a buttons, stickers, and there's like coasters and all this cool stuff. And it is, like I said, it's actually, when they throw in shipping, it's costing me $40. So it's almost like I'm giving you $5 for being my friend, which is kind of sad. But so you join the thing, but here's the kicker, right? So you subscribe, $35 a year. At the end, if you're a member at the renewal period, there's a couple levels here. If you're a member on the second year, I'm going to make a special Paradise Club only necklace that you will get. So gift that keeps on giving. But wait, no, more. Yes. No. Every time 100 people sign up, one of those 100 people, I'm going to pick at random. I'm going to pick it. I'm going to protest the fact that we have 100 members. No, some lucky person, some lucky miscreant is going to get one of my ukuleles shipped to their door, COD, $600. So be ready for that. Have your credit card ready. No, seriously, free. You get it. Whoever wins it, they get it free of charge. Or, well, here's the thing. It'll be one of my fine hand-built ukuleles, or the Tiki King signature model fluke, hand-painted by yours truly. And you can say, that's exactly like the one Tiki King plays, only not the same one. So you can imagine we could both, and you could come down here and we could stand next to each other, but I'd be still like a cardboard cutout while you look like, all excited about it. So you can either the Tiki fluke or the hand-built pineapple Tiki King ukulele. Every time 100 members sign up, someone gets one. So I think that's pretty exciting. And I think if for no other reason you should do it, because every time someone's, don't think of it as like, yeah, but then I got to pony up $35. Think of it as, hey, Tiki King just bought another bottle of booze, which is a benefit for everybody, I think. So, Boozeketeers. Boozeketeer roll call. We're not going to take as well. Usually I take all the time, I'm like, go, and you, and them. But I know some of the people out there. Should I tell? I shouldn't tell them. I shouldn't tell you guys. Can I trust you? No. Yeah, so Boozeketeers, you guys out there? I have some exciting news. It's exciting. The Boozeketeer buttons are here. And how do you, oh, actually, you know what? I had someone on Facebook today say, how do I become a Boozeketeer? They wanted to know. I thought that was weird. I unfriended them. How do you become a Boozeketeer? There, look at what's going to loom. Oh, holy crap, it's looming in the picture. Our Boozeketeer buttons are here. Look at that. I've already sent out the first batch. I have another batch waiting to go. All we require to get your official Boozeketeer membership button is that you send me a self-addressed stamped envelope. And we have an address. Just wait. There we go. Look at, check it out. Key cards. Can you read that?
Mm-hmm. Send
a sassy envelope to Tiki King, 6235 Highway 9, Suite A, in Felton, California, 95018. You know, we used to be Suite B, and that was a lot more fun because we talked about, hey, you've been down to Suite B? Hey, Suite B, how you doing, Suite B? But no, now it's Suite A, which I can now say, I've got Suite A. So send your hard-earned stamps to me, and I'll send them back to you with a button. And that's how you become a Boozeketeer. Because then I know every time I get an envelope, I know that someone's watched the show. Whenever I get one, I'm like, it's more than that. It's not just me packaging up a button. It's me drunk, thinking, hey, 2 people like the show. So hey, oh yeah, so we went down south. We went to a bunch of tiki bars, did some live streams, had a good time. We went to Trader Sam's, Disneyland. We went there, went to Trader Sam's, had some technical difficulties. Everyone who watched everyone who was alive during the show, I apologize. So if you are resurrected later, you can go back to it now that it's archived and pretend it never happened and watch it anew, and you'll be amazed. But we had a good time. We went down there and went to Disneyland with the Tiki Room. On a pirate, we got to say goodbye to the redhead, which was nice. We got to do a lot of fun stuff at Disneyland. We went to the Carthay Circle, which I talked about. I think I talked about it on the last episode. It was nice. So we went there, and I had Walt's favorite drink, which was my favorite drink. So now me and Walt, we're like brothers. I'm gonna come stay at your house. And you can't refuse me. I'm family. So there we go. That's is that it? We done? No? We still going? Is the show still on? Oh. So anyway, there we go. Maybe I should make more drinks. This has never happened. It has happened? Oh, we're done apparently. Okay. Cocktales with Tiki King, episode 23. You guys were here with me, then, now, here. Tune in next week when other things happen. Are we gonna be somewhere next week? We're gonna be next week. Oh, good, great, gravely movely. Purgatory. It's a rumor at this stage. There's all kinds of toxic things happening. Next week, there's a slight possibility that we're gonna be live streaming from the Tiki Co in Bakersfield because it's a tiki bar and we have phones that will let us do that and drinks to make it interesting. So tune in next week. I'll either be there or I won't. But either way, you'll be watching my show. So there you go. Good night, Boozeketeers. Go to my websites. Go to tikiking.com. Go to tikiking.info. Sign up with the Paradise Club. Tell your friends about this show. Watch it on YouTube. Do all kinds of fun stuff. And I'd like to thank everybody. Thank you, Producer Maggie. Thanks, Turk. Boozeketeer showed up in person here. Brought us Mai Tais before the show, which could have ended badly, but ended badly anyway. And watch my kids' show on kbcc.org, Sundays with Safi. And with that, I say goodnight.